All right, in today's follow along video, I'm using some of the great tools that they have over at Golf Forever. No, this isn't an ad, just an easy place to get all the stuff that I'm going to use in this video today. So first I'm going to start with this mini band. The way we're going to do this video is I'm going to break this up into circuits. So you can follow along with each circuit. I'm going to recommend you do each one of them 2 to 3 times. I'm only going to show them once just for redundancy and so you don't have to watch me just do the workouts over and over and over again. But I'm going to detail each movement, pause the video, do it over again, and then move on to the next one. All right, so first up, we got a mini band. We're going to put this around our shins. So first movement I'm going to start with is just going to be lateral walks. When you do these, I want your feet to be roughly just outside of your hips, and I want to get some tension up here in my glutes and my hips here on the side. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk to the side, keeping my core tight. I want to do about 10 in each direction, so if you have a bigger space, just go ahead and do 10 all at once. I'm doing roughly 5 each side just so I can stay here in the view of the camera for you guys. And notice my feet never really come that close together, so I keep that tension here on the band. So like I said, 5 back and forth twice. I think I did it 3 times, but you only gotta do it twice. Now go over and grab a wall or anything, or if you got really good balance, you can just stand up. And now I'm gonna do some lateral, kickouts. So banded hip abduction. So here, again, I'm going out as far as I can go, keeping my grounded leg very stable, feeling the glute fire, using my lateral hip here, always keeping my core nice and tight, about 10 per side. And same thing over here. I'm barefoot, so I can really feel that ground connection I'm making here with my feet and staying really, really stable with the ground, kicking out, actually feeling both hips and glutes. They work at the same time. One is actually just stabilizing. So now you'll take the band, put it over your wrists, and we're just going to do some, I call these W's. So I point my thumb out to the side, keep my elbows locked in here, and I'm just working my shoulders, rotator cuff. At the end, you'll slightly pause, go out as far as you can, keep those elbows locked to the sides. Notice my arms should be slightly up, similar to like a bicep curl. And again, 10 of these will do. So there's your warm-up circuit. Go ahead, pause the video, and do that over again. All right, next up, we're going to use the stability ball for 3 moves. Happens to be from Golf Forever, but again, any stability ball will work. So I'm going to go over here to the wall for this one. This first one is hack squats. So I put the ball roughly, let's just call it my tailbone. All right, feet right underneath me. This isn't like a full squat where I got to turn my toes out. The ball is going to assist me. So feet straight ahead. You can put your arms straight ahead, squat down, and with the assistance of the stability ball, I guarantee you can get lower than your normal squat, and I encourage it. Get deep into your knees, hips, burn your quads. You can put your hands across your chest. If you're advanced, go ahead and hold a weight if you want. But again, same thing here, 10 reps. Breathe at the top, always bracing your abs, letting the ball guide you down. Just ride up and down, pressing your feet down to the ground. Again, I really like doing this bare feet. I can feel the ground. So there's 10 there. Next one, this one's going to be for your core. So these are knee tucks. So I'm going to put my feet here on top of the ball, come out into a high plank, like push-up position. Now I'm just going to bring the ball in. The trick here is that I'm pulling nice and slow with my abs. It's a little harder than it looks. Upper body stability. Squeeze. Notice I'm not talking that much. This is actually pretty hard. Get a few more. All the way up to 10. Last one for this circuit is going to be hamstring curls. So I put my heels here on the ball, tuck it in, and I'm going to drive my hips up. So it looks like this. Simultaneously driving the heels down, up, and I call it like a scoop. So I'm going to keep my hips high, feel my hamstrings and glutes. Nice and slow. On the way out, the hips have to go really high. Because if you just do this, that's not what we're looking for. It's not going to do anything. All right, you got to take those hips up. Squeeze. Nice and slow. Core is tight. Breathe. Get to about 10. All right. Next up, we're going to grab the swing trainer. So again, pause the video, do that over again. All right, now we're going to do our circuit with the swing trainer. And what's great about this is you can hook it up inside your door. So I prefer to go on the hinge side. I just feel like it's a more sturdy place to hook up the door. So we're going to open the door slightly. I'm just going to slide it in here. It's got a little marble on the inside to hold it back. And then I definitely want to make sure, and I get it where I want it, that I hear my door click and it is shut. All right, just trust me on that one. Okay, so this first movement we're going to do is a row. So just standing row. You'll notice that the Golf Forever trainer has some lettering on it. So I'm just going to put my hands right here in the middle of both of those letterings for this one. So we step back, we get in a square stance, and I'm just going to row and pull in. So this is a pretty basic move, but a lot of stuff is happening here as opposed to our normal row. I'll go ahead and step back a little. And we're going to do everything here for 10 reps. And I'm pulling in just right above my belly button, below my rib cage just a little, and squeeze. So this is going to be 10 reps on this side. Then all you got to do, flip it over, 10 on the other. And you'll notice you can do this a few different ways. Like if you are struggling to keep your stability here, you can't keep your core engaged, you can stagger your stance. One foot, or you can do the other foot. Doesn't really matter. You can experiment with it. That's going to make it a little bit easier. This is actually a little bit harder. You have to work your core and your glutes a little bit more. So 10 reps here. Really squeeze. Then next up, we're going to go into the slap shot. So notice, still putting my hands here in the middle of the lettering or the numbers, and I'm going to go into the slap shot. So this is where you really want to make sure that you did a good job keeping this attached to the door. All right, so now I like to take a little step back when I do these. I'm going to go first few in slow motion, then we're going to speed it up. So it's like so. Step back and come across. So I'm really trying to turn, use my core, use my hips. Now I'm going to speed it up. Boom. So you want to get some power in there. Make sure you put it good on the door. All right. Now I'm going to show you from this side. A little step back. Remember, the trail hand is going to be underneath. Step back. Do everything on both sides. Even if you're a right-handed golfer, we're still going to take some left-handed slap shots. Woo! So, this next move, that's going to gas you out a little bit. So now we're just going to do a static hold. It's going to be an overhead balance hold. I'm going to keep my foot down that is closest to the anchor point. And I'm going to hold this for 30 seconds. So this one is not 10 reps. This will be about 30 seconds. So I would set up a clock on the wall somewhere, or set your phone down, or get a watch that would time you. So we're going to call that 30 seconds. Same thing over here. Leg down that's close to the anchor point. And what I'm doing here is, again, barefoot, so I feel my foot being grounded into the floor. My glutes are engaged, my core is tight. Kind of squeezing my shoulder blades back so this stick stays straight up over my head. My knee is right at hip height, and I'm pointing my toe slightly up. So I'm going to call that 30 seconds, just so you guys don't have to sit there and watch me do that forever. Now the final movement is going to be a lateral lunge with rotation. So I start with the stick straight out in front of me. Go ahead and get a little bit of tension. I'm going to be stepping out. So I'm going to step into my left leg, my right leg. I'm going to feel that stretch here, and I'm going to hit a rotation. Come back together. Step. And your lateral lunge will probably look different than mine. Some people, this is all you got. Perfectly fine. I do a lot of lateral lunges, so I can get down pretty low. Big turn. When you turn, I want to make sure you see the chest turn. that it's not just here and arms. Get this going. All right, so from this side, didn't mean to show you guys my backside so much in this videos, but here we are. Step out. Big turn. So you can probably see here from my backside that my shoulders and my upper back are turning. Trail leg, stay straight, and you will pull back in with that trail leg. Whew. All right, so there's your good little circuit, and actually a total workout using all this cool stuff that they have from Golf Forever. So go ahead, pause the video, do that circuit all over again. If you really want, you could do the banded movements right into the stability ball, right into that circuit, and then you can start back over from the top again. Doesn't really matter. You could do either way. So thank you guys for watching, and have a great day.